Good morning.
Morning. Morning, everyone.
Morning. Morning.
Hernandez. Yeah, I
I'm
see
here.
have an Erica Johnson and Lisa Parks. Ms. Johnson, you're with Coronado?
Yes.
Yes, okay, thank you.
Hi.
Hello. Morning, Mr. Papadakis.
Good morning, Judge.
Morning.
Mr. Hernandez, okay. Anybody that's going to offer testimony, if you please raise your right hand. You swear the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. Your Ms. Hernandez, your child's name?
Francisco Armando Gutierrez.
Francisco. Okay. Francisco is attending Coronado, correct?
Correct.
Okay. We're last here on July 29th. Has
Yes.
Was he enrolled in school? Did he attend from the beginning?
Yes.
Does he have any unexcused absences or tardies?
He has an absence due to him getting the COVID vaccine and getting a fever the day after.
Okay, well, that would be an excuse, correct, Ms. Johnson?
That would be excused, Your Honor, but he does have unexcused absences.
How many does he have? And if you,
There are 12.
oh, Mrs. Hernandez, you weren't aware of that?
I have called the school because it's been not a full day. It's to his periods. I drop him off every day around 6:15 to football practice every day. The only day that he has missed was the day that I took him to get the COVID, and it was a Saturday, and he missed a Monday for fever, and I called in. And then the other absence, and I don't know if because he's not been taking the paperwork, and I sent him the hospital paperwork, was when he got the coach wanted him to get checked because he could possibly have fluid in his legs. But other than that, he has not been home absent. So those other 12 are from him coming late and from lunch, which I get phone calls, which is like 5th period or 4th period.
Ms. Hernandez, are you not on the parent portal?
Yes, I'm on the parent portal. And yesterday I received a phone call that because the phone call comes in at 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the afternoon, that he was late to 5th period, which is telling me that he's out in the football field sometimes, or they're coming in late. So I don't know if it's after lunch or because I don't get an instant call.
But the parent portal, and correct me if I'm wrong, you click on and see his attendance and know exactly which period that he missed, late to, or absent from.
That is correct, but I'm not sure why he's being late. If I've asked him multiple times.
First of all, you have to know when the class he's missing, so you can talk to him about it. And what I'm gathering is you don't know when he was absent. So
No, I know when he was absent, but when they're saying absent, to me, absent is a whole day. He's coming in. They're counting him absent if he's late 10 minutes to a class. That's what I was informed, because I called and I thought he had ditched school. And I said, well, is he physically there? And they said, if he's 10 minutes late to the class, they count him absent, not tardy. So I think they're counting him those.
If you're over a certain amount of minutes, if school has a different policy, then it's counted absence. But in either case, he shouldn't be late. So, I mean, we're just talking about the same thing. He shouldn't be late. So, one doesn't make any better than the other one. So, but do you know what days that he's absent to? What periods he's absent to?
Yes, I get a phone call and I've talked to him about it, but he tells me that he's out in the field for those periods.
Do you look at the portal?
Yeah, I go into the parent portal. Not every day. I'm not gonna tell you have the portal open every day. When I do, excuse me?
Do you look at his attendance?
I do, and I'm on his attendance. I drop him off every day at the football field.
Okay.
I'm making sure he's going to school every day.
Okay, Mrs. Johnson, let's go through the absences. What is the first one? And
Your Honor, it's most of the absences that are unexcused fall in 1st and 5th period, which means it's the first class of the day. On
Okay.
A days first, on B days fifth. He has an unexcused absence on the 4th of August for first period. He has one for fifth period, the 5th of August.
Okay.
Then he has another absence for the 6th of August for fifth period. He has one for fifth period on the 11th of August, fourth period on the 17th of August, seventh period on the 18th of August. He has a whole unexcused day on the 30th of August. He has
Mhm.
fifth period on the 31st of August.
What
And
happened
those
on
are the
August?
absences. And then it does indicate when he's tardy, because he has tardies on my sheet, so they do count tardies.
How many unexcused tardies did you have?
He has two of them
Okay.
on, let me see, the 9th. Wait, let me see. On the 11th of August, he has unexcused tardy, and he has an unexcused tardy on the 1st of September.
Okay, so what happened on August 30th, Mrs. Hernandez? August 30th,
Um,
was this a couple days ago?
I believe that's the day that she's saying, Your Honor, that she took them to get tested. Is that correct, Ms. Hernandez? Is
Correct.
that the day? Okay.
Okay,
Did you call into the attendance office?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I could check that with the attendance office, Judge,
okay, so I think we
to
have
make sure
time.
that that's corrected if she did call, since she did call.
Well, how many periods are in a day? 4?
There are 4.
Okay, so that would cut down, if there was 12, that would cut it down to 8.
Mhm.
Okay, and just from Mrs. Johnson's testimony, Mrs. Hernandez, the problem is he's not getting to school on time.
Judge, I drop him off at football practice every day at 6:15.
So he's not going from football practice to school on time. Is that what it is?
I'm figuring out because that he's not, because I get a phone call and I ask him, where were you? And he tells me, Mom, I was at the football field. He did tell me about A and B day, which we were looking into the schedules. And I tell him there's no reason, but I'm thinking it's because it takes some time to shower. He's getting breakfast and he's taking his sweet time to get to class.
Well, yeah, that's obviously what it is.
And I've already talked to
Is
him
it-
multiple times. Like I'm on top of him on that, but I just don't know how to control it, even though I talked to him that he has to be in class on time because he's going to be counted absent.
Well, he can, you know, if he gets bad enough, he won't qualify for football.
I've already told him, I told him this morning because I received a phone call yesterday that I was going to go and speak to his coach regarding his absences, because, you know, I'm making an effort to wake him up every day at 5 a.m. to make sure he's going. We take another student with us every day to make sure they comply, and he's still getting tardy to class because he's also going out to eating lunch to Panda. He called me the other day that he was at what is the other place called, Papa John's or Subway, and I'm telling him, are you having sufficient time to come back to class on time? And he's telling me, yes, Mom, I am, but I can't control that unless I get out of work and take him to lunch or follow him around in lunch.
Okay, so if I understand, you don't get, attendance is not taken at football, correct? It's taken at the first period. Is that right?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay, so, I mean, I listened, 4 or 5 of these are in the morning. So the problem is going from football, getting to class on time for first period. And yes, you need to talk to the coach and explain the problem you're having, and, you know, let's get a solution. This is something that's solvable. You need to be
Okay.
prodded
Your
and-
Honor,
Yes,
if I may add, Also, Ms. Hernandez, you could send the email to the football coach and just make sure why he's getting late, if he's getting late, or maybe he's not getting there at all. So you might want to just double check with the coach as well. If you have that
Okay.
communication with and with all his teachers, you could do the same thing. When they call you and he's telling you that he's tardy, shoot an email to the teacher, let him know, was he tardy, or what happened, so that you could verify that as well. And he knows that you have that communication.
Okay.
Okay, so overall, I think you're doing good, Ms. Hernandez, and I think your Francisco's doing good. But we just got to nip this problem in the bud because it's early in the school year, and he's got to get into a routine where he can participate in football and he's getting to class on time. And if he's doing good in both those things, it's gonna help him, and he's gonna get into a routine to where it just falls into place. But we've got to address this, and I'm a little disappointed that you didn't understand what the problem was, but when you start seeing a pattern, just address it and get it taken care of. And
I did, Judge. As a matter of fact, we had an issue a couple of days right before school where I had to involve the police because he was being defiant. He didn't want to go to like he was telling me, I'm not going to go to school. I'm trying everything that I can. As a matter of fact, yesterday they did call me from the school letting me know he will no longer qualify for special education. And I immediately told him, that's one of my biggest fears, because he'll lose complete motivation once he's put in a general population, since it's very difficult for him to adapt, which I was kind of concerned that was one of the reasons he was holding back a little bit. But it seems he's socializing pretty good, and he's doing good. But it's just, he tends to follow other students, and that's what I've noticed, that he tries to do what other students do to not feel out of the
Okay.
class. So I'm going to talk to him again today and express to him, I wanted him to be in the court, but obviously he's in class, to explain to him, if you continue doing this, you're going to take you out of football. And right now football is what's really keeping him in school, because that's what's highly motivating him.
Yeah, right. Okay. Okay, well, let's get this addressed, and hopefully we can get it under control so we get back into a routine. But again, this isn't, well, we just need to get it under control.
Well, I do have his bell schedule, so what I could do for right now is just monitor him, like you said, with the teachers, and I can get the emails off the portal and just make sure, that he understands. And if the attendance officer can explain to him that he cannot be late because it's going to affect him and myself, that I'd really appreciate if, they could just give him like a little pep talk on the attendance.
Sure, that's possible. Ms. Nunez or Ms. Johnson maybe we can schedule something where the attendance clerk or something understands.
Yes, and I can go over this with the coach, but the problem is that I don't know necessarily that it's because he's staying in football or anything like that. When they dress out and there's nowhere else to go but first period, because they have to go and dress back out.
Well, he's taking his time. He's his interest is in football. He's taking his time. He's, and that's what's happening. And I understand that, but I think a talk with him from the coach and possibly you or somebody just explain, listen, this continues. This will affect your ability to stay in football. So,
Yes, we could do that, Judge. We could meet with him. And, and Ms. Hernandez, I know he started off with a few unverified absences, but I think he's come a long ways from last year and the year before. And, I think we could give him credit. We could start off with that, giving him credit for that, and then maybe just work towards, okay, now we could do better. Okay.
Right.
So, but well, Ms. Johnson, I'll meet with Ms. Johnson. So maybe we could pull him to her office so that we may speak with him.
Okay. So let's, Juanita, can we get a review date just to see how things are going and say a month?
A month out? Okay.
Yes.
We can do October 7th. That's on a Thursday. and we can do 10.
Does that work?
Yes, that works with me.
Okay, Mrs.
Ms. Johnson, when is intercession?
Hold on, I have it on my calendar in back of me.
Just making sure, Judge.
Okay.
That week is intercession. It's October 4th through the 15th would be intercession.
So that doesn't work?
It does for me, but I think that Ms. Munoz is probably out, correct?
I'm out, but I could always log in. That's okay. No
You sure?
problem. Yes, of course.
Okay. Okay, we'll see you all back on October 7th at 10 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
We'll see you, Juanita, right now.
Thank you.
Or
Bye-bye.
Moorhead. Moorhead's next, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Oscar Munoz.